I always thought the scariest things happened in movies, until it happened inside my own family. My phone buzzed at 11:47 p.m. I was still shaking from the fight, hands cold, eyes burning, heart doing its own thing. I almost ignored the notification until I saw the preview. Miss Tate, we need to speak with you regarding the missing $148,000. It felt like the room tilted. I opened the message. This is Detective Alvarez with Metro PD. A report was filed tonight. We need you to call back immediately. A report? Filed by who? Uncle Bo saw my face drain of color. Tell me, he said softly. I handed him the phone. He didn't panic. He assessed, like someone who'd seen storms before. They're flipping the script, he said. If 148,000 disappeared, someone's trying to make you the problem. My voice cracked. I didn't touch that money. Bo didn't even blink. I know, and deep down, they know too. He reached into his bag and slid a business card across the counter. Whitmore and Associates. Estate and Trust Litigation. My throat tightened. That's the same firm from Grandma's case, I whispered. Bo nodded. Your aunt noticed the withdrawals. 20,000 at a time. Vacations, transfers, all under your dad's signature. I felt the kind of hurt that doesn't make noise. It just sinks. So they stole from the trust. And now they want me to look unstable? Bo's voice dropped, not angry, steady. They thought you'd stay scared. They were wrong. Before I could respond, a car door slammed outside. Footsteps, slow, heavy. Then the doorbell. Once? Twice. A pause that felt like it lasted forever. Metro Police Department. Miss Tate, we need you to open the door. Bo didn't move. He just whispered, Listen to me. You're not alone. And tonight, they're the ones who should be afraid. The knocking didn't stop this time. It got louder. Like whoever was outside wasn't there to talk. They were there to end something. My mouth went dry. Bo raised a hand, silently telling me don't move. Through the window, I saw it. 2 silhouettes. Badges catching the porch light. Not my parents. Not neighbors. Real officers. My heart dropped into my stomach. Miss Tate, a voice called again, firmer this time. We need to confirm you're safe. Safe. The word hit different when you've never actually been it. Bo leaned close, whispering, They're here because someone told them you were a danger to yourself. My chest tightened. That's not true. I know, he said, but abusers don't need truth. They just need a head start. The knocking stopped. Silence. Then a voice, calmer, almost gentle. Miss Tate, we're not here to arrest you, but if you don't answer, we'll have to force entry. My legs almost gave out. What do I do? I whispered. Bo looked at me, not like I was broken, but like I was capable. You're going to breathe, he said, and you're going to let me speak. He opened the door just enough to show his face. Officers, she's safe, Bo said steadily. She's with family, no threat to herself or anyone else. One of them shifted his stance. We received a formal report. Someone claimed she was unstable after a financial dispute. Financial? There it was. The setup. Bo didn't flinch. We have documentation, he replied, and legal representation. If you need a statement, it will happen tomorrow. With counsel present, the officers exchanged a look. That tiny moment, that hesitation, felt like oxygen. Finally, one nodded. All right, we'll file that she's safe for now. But we'll be back in the morning. They stepped away. The door closed. My body collapsed into the nearest chair. Not from fear, from relief I didn't trust yet. Bo knelt in front of me. Listen, he said softly. Tonight was the first punch. But tomorrow? Tomorrow we hit back. I stared at him, voice barely a breath. What if they ruin me? Bo shook his head. No. They already did everything they could. Now it's your turn. Outside, the police car pulled away. And for the first time all night, the house went quiet. Too quiet. I didn't sleep. Not even for a minute. Every time I closed my eyes, I heard the knocking again. Felt that cold fear in my chest. Like someone was still standing outside. By morning, the sun was up. But nothing felt lighter. Bo was already at the kitchen table. Laptop open, papers spread out. Like he'd been preparing for war. He looked up when I walked in. Eat something, he said gently. I tried to smile. I can't. You have to. They want you weak today. Those words hit harder than coffee ever could. Before I could answer, Bo's phone buzzed. He checked the caller ID. His expression sharpened. It's the detective. My pulse spiked. He answered calmly, like this was just another Tuesday. Yes, Detective Alvarez. She's here and safe. There was a pause. Too long to feel normal. Bo's eyes flicked to me. I understand, he said. We'll come to the station at noon. My stomach dropped. What did he say? Bo closed the laptop slowly. They pulled the bank records. My throat tightened. And? He held my gaze. The withdrawals didn't start this year. They started 3 years ago. I felt everything inside me freeze. 3 years. That wasn't an accident. That was a plan. Bo continued. And the signatures on the early transfers? They don't match your dad's. I couldn't breathe. Then who signed them? Bo slid a printed document toward me. Not dramatic, just devastating. At the bottom, clear as day, Ella Tate, authorized access. My sister? My sister? For a moment, the room went silent. Not outside, inside me. Like something finally broke. But quietly. Bo spoke softly, not pushing, just letting it land. She wasn't covering for your father. She was using his name. And now she's trying to pin it on you. A tear slipped before I could stop it. Why would she do that? Bo didn't look away. Because the money's gone. And someone always needs a villain. Before I could respond, there was a sudden knock on the door. Not police this time, just one knock. Slow, confident. Bo stood up, tense. I whispered, barely breathing. Who is it? A familiar voice answered, calm, almost sweet. Sadie, open the door. We need to talk. It was Ella. For a second, I thought my mind was playing tricks on me. But it was her, Ella, standing on my porch at 8:03 am, like she didn't burn the world down last night. Bo didn't open the door. He just spoke through it. What do you want? Ella's voice was too calm, too practiced. I'm not here to fight. Sadie just misunderstood everything. My chest tightened. Misunderstood. Like I imagined the missing 148,000. The police. The signatures. Bo didn't move. Leave, he said. Ella let out a soft breath. The kind people make right before they lie. If Sadie doesn't talk to me now, things are going to get worse. My heart dropped. Not because of the threat, but because she sounded so certain. Bo's voice sharpened. Are you admitting something? Ella laughed. Not loud, quiet enough to hurt more. You really think I'd be stupid enough to leave a trail? Something inside me snapped. I walked to the door. Before Bo could stop me, my voice shook. But I finally said it. What did you do? There was a long silence, like she was deciding which version of the truth would benefit her most. Then she spoke. I protected myself. Dad was going to cut me out of everything, so I took what I deserved. My breath caught. You forged his signature. Ella didn't deny it. She just whispered, you should be thanking me. If Dad finds out the money's gone, he'll blame you, not me. Bo stepped closer. But he did find out, he said. That's why you filed the report first. Ella's silence was the answer. Then her tone changed. Soft, dangerous. You think the police are on your side? They already believe the story I gave them. My stomach twisted. What story? Ella spoke slowly, like she enjoyed every word. That you've been unstable for months. That you threatened Dad. That you said you'd take everything? If we didn't help you. My knees almost gave out. She wasn't just lying. She was building a case. Before Bo could respond, Ella added, so if I were you, I'd stop digging. A car pulled up behind her. Sleek, black, unfamiliar. She glanced back at it and smiled. Because the person you should really be worried about isn't me. My voice barely came out. Then who? Ella stepped off the porch, her face finally losing that fake softness. Dad hired a lawyer, and he's coming for you. She walked away without looking back. And for the first time since this started, the fear felt different. Not like drowning, more like a countdown. The house felt colder after Ella left, like she took the oxygen with her. Bo locked the door, but it didn't make me feel safer. Not today. I sat at the table, hands still shaking. She's lying, I whispered. Bo nodded. I know, but she's not the problem anymore. Before I could ask what he meant, there was a sound outside. Not a knock this time. A car door. Slow, deliberate. I looked through the window. A man stepped out. Not police, not family. A suit. Dark. Expensive. He walked like someone who expected people to move out of his way. Bo's face tightened. That's him, he said quietly. My stomach flipped. The lawyer? Bo nodded once. Jonathan Hale. He didn't say anything else, but the way he said his name felt like a warning. The doorbell rang. Not impatient. Not aggressive. Just final. Bo opened the door only halfway. Hale didn't smile. Good morning. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Tate. Dad. The name felt heavy enough to bruise. Bo stayed calm. She won't be speaking without counsel. Hale nodded like he expected that. That's fine. I only need to deliver this. He handed Bo a sealed envelope. Thick. Official. My throat tightened. What is it? I asked. Hale finally looked at me. Not with anger, with certainty. Your father has filed a petition, he said. He's requesting temporary control. over your medical and financial decisions. I froze. Medical. Financial. Control. Bo's voice was sharp now. On what grounds? Hale's answer was ice. Instability, emotional volatility, and potential risk of self-harm. My knees nearly buckled. That's not true, I whispered. Hale didn't react. Your father's hearing is scheduled in 5 days. If the court approves it, you won't be able to access your accounts, leave the state, or make legal decisions. It felt like the walls closed in, like my life was shrinking, one signature at a time. Bo stepped forward. We'll contest it. Hale nodded. You're welcome to try, but the court already has statements. From your parents. He paused, then added, and from your sister. Something inside me cracked. Not loud, just final. Hale turned to leave, but before he reached the steps, he said one last thing, without looking back. Your father asked me to tell you that this didn't have to happen, but you made it difficult. The car door shut. The engine faded. Silence filled the house. Bo placed the envelope on the table. Listen to me, he said firmly. This is exactly what they wanted. For you to panic. My voice broke. They're taking everything. Bo shook his head. No. They think they won already. He slid a folder toward me, one I hadn't seen before. Inside were copies of documents, signatures, dates, withdrawals, and one line highlighted in yellow. Beneficiary change requested unsigned. Bo met my eyes. Your dad didn't cut you out. Someone else tried to. My breath caught. You mean... Bo nodded.